as we go through the training. I will also be emailing everyone a copy of this presentation along with all the material that we'll be discussing, the forms and the appendix to the new protocol. We're also recording the webinar for future reference and for those in your office that could not attend today and participate today. So with that, I'll go ahead and get started. As many of you are already aware, DCF and the Vermont State Housing Authority have recently agreed on a new collaboration protocol for the Family Unification Program. This new collaboration protocol was signed in September, and it was developed mainly to help increase the utilization of the Family Unification Program vouchers. So in this training, I'm going to go ahead and give you an overview of the Family Unification Program, go through what the eligibility requirements are, and discuss the program administration, the DCF referring programs that have been established as a result of this collaboration agreement, the process of the referral and how you would go about referring a household. And we'll talk about the transmittal, how those referrals will come to the central office here at DCF, and the centralized priority wait list, how households will be prioritized, as well as definitions of case management and HUD eligibility and the appeal process if a household gets denied. The Family Unification Program is the only national HUD housing program aimed to prevent family separation due to homelessness and to ease the transition to adulthood for aging out youth. Most of you should be fairly familiar with this program, although we understand that referring may have been difficult previously, which was the reason why we wanted to have this new collaboration agreement with VSHA. Households eligible for this program include families and aging out youth. Eligible families are families who are in imminent danger of losing their children to foster care, primarily due to housing problems, and families who are unable to regain custody of their children because of housing issues that they may be experiencing. Eligible youth are those who were in foster care at any time after the age of 16 and are also currently between the ages of 18 and 21 and are also homeless or at risk of homelessness. The Family Unification Program is administered by VSHA, the Vermont State Housing Authority, and DCF. DCF is responsible for referring families and youth for determination of eligibility for the rental assistance, and also DCF is responsible to supporting supportive services to the families and youth. So previously, many of you may be aware that the supportive services had to be administered by DCF employees, either Reach Up or a Family Services Division, and that is a change that has happened as a result of this collaboration protocol, which we'll go into in a little bit of detail. So the new collaboration protocol has established 4 referring programs within DCF for the Family Unification Program. As I said previously, only Reach Up district offices and Family Services district offices could refer households for the Family Unification voucher, and the case management had to be administered through those 2 offices and agencies. The collaboration protocol that will be effective as of November 1 has made a change. In addition to the 2 divisions, Reach Up and Family Services, youth development program agencies, as well as family supportive housing programs, will be able to directly refer for the Family Unification Program. We encourage you to use the established coordinated entry process to identify families and youth eligible and in need of this program. To refer a household to the Family Unification Program, local program staff, in this case, the Family Supportive Housing Service Coordinator, will do a quick screen for eligibility and interest in the program. I'll be sending out an appendix along with the referral forms, and that appendix will have detailed eligibility information as well as definitions of homelessness and case management. Once you establish that the household is eligible and interested in the Family Unification Program, you will complete the Family Unification Program referral form and also help the household with completing the required application material from VSHA. This is a copy of the referral form that has been developed by AHS. I know it's a little hard to see. I will send a copy of this form that you can keep on file for future for referring households. So the referral form includes demographic information up top, the head of household information, date of birth, last four of their social security, number of adults and number of children in the family. Next is an urgency factor, which there's three different urgency factors: whether or not the family meets the definition of homeless, are they experiencing homelessness, have they had multiple episodes of homelessness, and do they have a child under 6? So if any of these urgency factors apply to the household, you would just check off in the box next to that factor. You would then enter in or write down the local referral information, your agency and the staff who's actually making the referral. Now, in most cases, for the Family Supportive Housing Program coordinators, you will also be the case management agency because you provide that case management out of your office. So these two areas, you would probably enter in the same information. The last section is whether or not the family has adequate housing, and you would just put check marks for any of those indicators that apply. I also wanted to note that this form has to be signed by a program manager. So for Reach Up and family services, it's the district managers or supervisors that are signing these. For you folks, it would be whoever your supervisor or the program manager is for the Family Supportive Housing Program. In addition to that form, there's also application material from the VSHA, which I will include with my email. Following the training, there is a form for inadequate housing, and that's basically going over the condition of the housing that they're in. So it's not redundant information from our form, and also the actual application for assistance from VSHA. So you would help the family complete all this information, and then you would transmit this information to the staff liaison. So as part of the collaboration protocol and to streamline the process, we have established staff liaisons at DCF and VSHA responsible for the transmission and acceptance of the referrals. I am the staff liaison for DCF, so all the applications will come to me. We have established a new email address specifically for these referrals. So once you've completed all the information and know that the family is interested in this, they're eligible for it, you have all their application material, the completed application material are to be sent to me at this new established email address, which is the ahs-dcf-referrals@vermont.gov. Please do not send me my personal email, any of these applications. We need to make sure that there's coverage in case I'm not out of the office. So several people throughout DCF have access to this email box. So in case I'm not here, someone else can manage the list. So I will then enter all the applications into a centralized wait list. That information will be reviewed with the referring provider, referring organization every 60 days to make sure that the family's circumstances have not changed and that they're still interested and eligible for the program. So if 60 days elapse and VSHA has not issued any vouchers, I will reach out to you and make sure that the information that we have on the family is accurate and circumstances still make them eligible for the program. If in the interim, that time, you know that there's a change in the family circumstances, please reach out to me and give me that information so I can make sure that the wait list is up to date and accurate. So as I mentioned, I will be managing this centralized priority wait list. All the 4 programs will be sending the referrals to me, and I will aggregate all that information, deduplicate it, and review it monthly with the referring program managers for accuracy. So again, we have a couple of checks in place with a 60-day time elapse and a monthly check for the specific program to make sure that the information is accurate. Then I will coordinate transmittal of the application once that VSHA has notified me that they have the resources to issue vouchers for the families. Households in this program and on the wait list will be prioritized in the following order. So Youth Development Program prioritization plus the urgency factor score. Family Services Division priority plus their urgency factor score. The urgency factor score and date of referral. So that's the order of the priority. And then the urgency factor is determined via the form that you complete and sent to me. And the households will receive 1 point for each urgency factor. And the urgency factors, again, to go over them are, does the family household meet the AHS and HUD definition of homeless? Have they had multiple episodes of homelessness? And is at least one child under the age of 6? As I mentioned previously, supportive services and case management must be provided for families to be referred to the Family Unification Program. This requirement for supportive services for families, the requirement is that the families are receiving case management services at least once a month for a period of 12 months. And the case management may be provided by staff at DCF or community agencies. So you qualify as a community partner agency. So that was a change in the program from the previous protocol. The programs will be able to provide services for longer duration and at more frequent intervals. And after the first year, the frequency may be decreased depending on the need. For youth, the case management must be for at least 36 months. For at least 36 months when the youth is receiving the rental assistance, and similarly, it needs to be once a month and can decrease as time goes on. For youth, after the first year, they should be made aware of the VSHA's Family Self-Sufficiency Program, which they can apply for and try to enroll in. As I indicated, I will be sending out the appendix that will have information on the eligibility and the HUD definition of eligible families. VSHA will receive the centralized wait list from me when they have informed me that there will be resources to issue vouchers, and they will take care of making sure that the families meet the HUD requirements and conduct all the other processes relating to the voucher issuance and administration. If a family or youth is denied participation, they have a right to appeal, and they may request that through VSHA. And depending on the nature of the information and the circumstances, the VSHA may waive some of the eligibility requirements to be able to issue a voucher. Are there any questions? That's basically the overview. I know I went through this really fast. So if there are any questions, please use your chat box now, and I'll give a few minutes for everyone to ask questions. So the question about are families who have previously had or lost a Section 8 voucher or subsidized housing eligible? I'm not sure, and this is a question, it's probably more appropriate for VSHA, but I will note this question and reach out to them and get back to you guys with an answer. So another question is, can we apply families residing in shelter for this voucher if they plan to participate in FSH? Yes. So the families can participate in family supportive housing and apply for this voucher. And the case management that you're providing through family supportive housing program counts as case management for the family unification voucher program. So previously, families, those things were separate. Families had to be sponsored by Reach Up or FSD and had to receive case management through those programs in addition to any other program that they were in. And this was a change that we thought was a great change and will really help families because they're already receiving case management services from our FSH program. So this process will start on November 1. There was a question, when will we start accepting applications? So as of November 1, if you have any families that are interested and meet the eligibility requirements, you can go ahead and utilize the new process and send that information to me. A question came up, what is the availability of the vouchers and how often are vouchers available? And in our talks with VSHA, that has been very volatile and inconsistent. So I'm not sure if at this moment there are vouchers available, but basically through this process, they will just notify me since I'm the centralized DCF staff person with the priority list. When the vouchers become available and they have the resources, then I will be notified and I will send the information to them with all the application information, and they will take it from there and issue the vouchers. So another question came up, can any homeless shelter refer a family to OEO or just family supportive housing program? So community partners can refer, but they still need a sponsor from one of the 4 program agencies. So if a shelter or a DV agency or another community partner has families that they may be able to refer to us that are eligible for the Families Unification Program voucher, then they would need to coordinate either with FSD, Reach Up, FSH, or their youth development agency. we need to make sure that someone will be providing those supportive services to the household that is being referred. Are there any additional questions? So I'll go ahead and also let you know I will post this webinar on our website in addition to the appendix and other application information with the forms. And my direct contact information is listed on here. So if you have questions specific to this program and how to apply, you can certainly reach out to me at any time. I'll also post the email box, the email address for the actual referrals to be sent to. So if there's no other questions, I will go ahead and end the webinar. I appreciate your participation and look forward to having you guys sending me some referrals for your eligible families. Great. Have a great day.